Good evening. The best time of the week, the most favorite day of the week, and collect every four-color fossil you can get your hands on. I am joined by the great Eric Breen, Jambo Comics. Yes, sir?
It looks like someone's already collected most of us.
Well, we're cloned. The great Jambo joins us. Charlton 66 and a certain birthday boy who's joined us, Captain Strangelight. And but you're not the first. Jambo celebrated his birthday with us about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. So it's now the trend. People would rather spend their birthday with us than Emily. And Captain's hitting the sauce early tonight.
That's Rook here from India.
All right. We will accept that.
I don't actually drink hardly at all any alcohol.
Ratu is having trouble updating his computer apparently, but we wish him well and join us when you can. Hello, Maranya.
Hello, indeed.
Fireball.
Woohoo.
Michael Taylor.
All right.
And accept no substitutes, the Jackson Royker. Ranger Sly.
Hey.
Good to see you, Ranger. Lead paint, as always. And he digs it. I agree. Michael Dodd. Hello, Michael. Check your email sometime.
With international shipping and handling, she says.
Uh-oh.
Hey, thank you.
29th birthday. Give or take.
39, like Jack Benny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hello, Austin. All right, guys. Well, I would like to start off by showing something that's going to be very awkward and hard to show. My dad gave me his old, an old cabinet, one of those glass cabinets you see at the antique stores.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys have ever tried to price one of these, but I could never find anybody willing to part with one. So
yeah,
I can't wait to figure out what I'm going to put into that. My wife got me a calendar, but you can get your own special. And she, for the month of August, she put the Graphic Man.
cool.
I have another site on there. But anyway, and of course, Graphic Dog. So if you guys are interested, this thing is called Printer Picks. So go to that website and you can make your own. It takes a couple weeks to send it back to you. But she's also made a book for me, taking some of my my crazy posters that I've made, and she's got this little book coming to me. So we should have about 50 images that I've done. So
Cool.
I can't wait to see that.
Is that her site?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, no. This is printerpicks.com.
Oh, that's okay.
And but they do books and I guess whatever you want them to do. So you guys recently know that what's that lousy dumb university? Stanford. I knew it would come to me. Once I said the right adjectives. They're telling you not to say certain words, one of them being grandfather.
What?
Yeah, because it has to do with gender, because that's a masculine. Another word they don't want you to use is brave. And so it won't bother me if every episode of the Four Color Fossils, if you guys want to post a brave and the bold, be my guest. So I have.
That's a
Do we have a Brave and the Bold with a grandfather pictured on the cover? That would be awesome.
We should make one. All right, you guys like trades, right? Well, here's
Ooh,
yes.
Swamp Monsters.
Yo books, man, they're great.
Do you know what cover that's from? What original comic book that cover is from?
No, I bet if I put on my glasses and I looked at all this fine print, I could probably figure that out. But I love the little flaps. They've
Yeah, that's great.
here's the back cover. You can probably guess who that is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the interior flap.
that's great. That's wonderful.
You could tell we're fossils. That's the ugliest looking girl, and we're all saying, "Oh, that's beautiful." But very nicely printed. So
I
that's
gotta look for that. That's great.
Swamp Monsters.
Monster. Yo books.
Have another paperback.
What's up, Mike?
This is Ghosts.
Ah,
Another Yo book. Man, that guy turns them out. Really good stuff.
I might have to see if I can't make, this Jambo and this Eric Marine. But here's the back cover of that.
Great.
That was great art back then. It's
Same thing with the flaps.
Mhm.
Very sultry here.
Yeah.
somebody's on fire.
Anyway, beautiful.
Another cool book.
where'd you get that? Was that on Amazon or something?
It's eBay.
eBay.
Guy sold them together. So
Wow.
That's
I thought, do I really want both of them? Well, of course I did. And speaking of buying things together, some guy had 2 Huckleberry Hounds,
Oh, nice.
and they're not a reprint. It's just they used the cover again for different
Okay.
stories. So,
That's kind of a variant.
Well, I heard that Huckleberry Hound was kind of a recluse, so he may have not wanted to get on another cover,
could be. Apparently, to celebrate something that recently happened a couple years ago, Clark Kent's parents were walking around a place, moving very slowly, staying behind the velvet ropes, taking pictures, but they got arrested anyway. And they're being held. I'm speaking cryptically.
Mhm.
And, of course, later Jonathan Kent couldn't handle the stress of that event, so he.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Hey,
Piece of-
kids, comics.
I'll go buy a comic, Dad. Yeah. So to lighten the mood from that horrible thing, here's a little Jerry Lewis for you.
Very cool.
Got some funny looking lions.
I
And
gotta make
Go
them
ahead,
that threatening.
Yeah. Speaking of threatening lions,
That's a threatening line.
he's going to get one of those Tarzan twins. Those lions are everywhere.
Wouldn't be down in there. That's a good cover. I have that too. It's a great cover.
And a big snake.
Yep.
Hmm.
Saw a great little comic strip. The guy's getting ready to fall asleep, but his brain's still thinking, and his brain asks him the question, how come Tarzan doesn't have a beard? And then the poor guy, his eyes are wide open. He can't sleep the rest of the night because
Trying to figure that out.
he's never thought, why does Tarzan not have a beard?
Thought that was Jane.
Nothing like falling off a bridge or a narrow cliff.
Yeah.
One more. Punching out this monkey.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm sure they want.
Poor monkey.
He had it coming to him.
He looks like the missing link.
With those ears. All right. Well, how about we run to the good captain while I get caught up on the chat.
Well, I got a couple of comics here, and then the rest of the stuff I got is toys. But I found my. I was talking about this in my last video. Hold on. I think I got something on the screen there. But I didn't have it, so I couldn't show it. This is the first appearance of that Lana Lang as the Insect Queen.
Mm.
It's got a. I mean, I don't consider any of these things keys or anything like that. I just like this, the goofy stories. They're fun to read. Matter of fact, her as the Insect Queen would kind of give me nightmares, I think, as a kid.
What's up, Mike?
Let's see if I can find some of this stuff that she's turning into. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, look at over here. I guess she's supposed to be a grasshopper.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got legs like olive oil.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. When I said, and here's this.
Wow.
I don't know. She's where the hell is the?
Cue the ZZ Top song.
Yeah, that would kind of creep me out if I were a kid first picking it up from the newsstand. I don't know. But it's interesting. They're fun to read. And I got this Patsy and Hetty.
Very
This is,
nice.
number 71 from 1960. And Al Hartley, he's got you can see his name on there in a poster in the background.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a record store, so I thought it was. I love covers with soda fountains, jukeboxes, record stores, and records and record players. Stan Lee and Al Hartley did a story in here. Stan Lee wrote the stories. Stan Lee, the love bug. Well, anyway, here's a mixed bag of some of my toys that I had, the comic book flats that you find in the comic book.
Ah,
These are mostly Civil War, and then I got some in there from the Roman soldiers. I have a complete set of that, but I couldn't find it. Weird, huh?
very.
They're so professional. These were put out by NASCO, the company called NASCO, who back in the 50s and I think late 40s, they made the Cracker Jack prizes.
Ah, okay.
And they were really, that's what this guy,
That's a cool one.
Grossman and Milton Levine, I think is his name. He's the one that created the ant farm. So it was Levine and Grossman who Grossman was his actual brother. They got together and they decided to produce all these flat, toys. They had several companies, including Helen of Toy, and I think Helen of Toy and what's that other one, man? Lucky Products. Oh, it's got some other stuff in there. These are from the 101 Nights or 104 Nights. But I got the whole box of this, and I got a box of the my original box of the 100 Army soldiers, the flats. But I couldn't find that either, so I got stuff all over the place.
I agree.
This is kind of got some weird stuff in here, man. I don't even know if I've ever showed any of these. These are a bag of marbles. I think 10 cents.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was big into marbles, man. I think I picked these up at a flea market because I like the artwork. Got a nice letter bag on there, a knitting spool. Not that I like these kind of things, but I like the art on there, the card art. And they had these bags of, I bought a couple of these. This was quite a while ago. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Wow.
You'd find them in a bag like this at the Woolworths and other dime stores. And I don't know what they would sell them for. I think I paid $2.50 a bag for these. It was pretty cheap. And these, anybody remember these?
Oh yeah.
So this is the one that was made out of metal, not plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Oh, it is right there, still in the card and everything.
Very cool.
Made in where? They're usually made in Hong Kong. This was made in Taiwan. Oh, and here's what I was talking about. Here's some of the plastic ones. They came out with these cheap plastic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are from Hong Kong.
Uses harmless caps.
Yeah, little dime store toys. I collect this. I think they're a lot of fun to collect.
You remember how many
How about those
caps
things
you had to take the powder out of to make a real flash?
the finger
Yeah.
chop?
There's
Stick
quite
your
a few.
finger in there.
The old cutting the finger off trick.
Yeah, and the hole is just big. My fat fingers couldn't get in. No, I mean, but
Like Prince Charles.
what else is it? Oh, look at this. This is one of those kaleidoscopes you find for 10 cents. It's got a really nice artwork on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, these were the things that I will go down to the corner store for besides my comic books. I loved my comic books, and then I'd always get suckered into buying, especially buying marbles, you know.
Nice cold Coca-Cola. That's cool.
Yeah. And I got other stuff in here, but you can let somebody else go. I'll be back for another round.
All right. So we'll go to Jambo. Jambo telling us about his illegal activities of mixing caps together and making flash powder.
Yeah, I did that too. But I'd like to see how he did it.
We used to point bottle rockets. Do you ever do that? We point them at each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I hit my good friend Tony real good one time, and it stuck in his arm. And now he's got a scar right there. Still to this day, it looks like a smallpox vaccination.
Oh, my God.
It's stuck right in his arm. So we didn't have glasses on or anything. We were just
Are you
shooting
still
them at each
friends
other.
with you?
I'm sorry.
You still friends with you?
Yeah, believe it or not. We did all kinds of stupid stuff together.
Oh, nice.
Ghost Manor.
Very
Hammer
cool.
on caps.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, visit to the Ghost Manor if you dare.
Hey, we're bringing in Gratu.
Tattoo.
Hey there, Ken.
Hey,
Got to.
Have you been able to watch while you're off the air?
yes, I've been watching on my phone.
Fantastic.
I guess there was an update. I couldn't get past the welcome screen, and I couldn't internet
Oh, that's
working.
a great one. Look at that.
Hey, nice
Yeah.
line draw.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's
Yeah, the sea view turning into a fish creature.
Huh.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
lovely indeed.
And I've been getting some filler comics and shoring up my Conan run.
Cool.
52.
Dead dude in the foreground. Nice.
Yeah, they always had a lot of great covers on the
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian covers.
75.
Cool.
Ernie Chan cover, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody did an Avengers cover that's traced from that.
Oh, yeah?
It's supposed to be a tribute. Yeah. So, yeah.
Here's a team up.
Oh, I like Man Wolf.
This one had Frankenstein monster in it also.
BB
Oh.
Gum Wars.
My,
Oh, yeah.
We were civilized. We didn't do that.
Yeah, we had BB gun wars too.
He said gum. Gum.
I think he means gun.
This is 108. Now, this is that one that had the last Kirby
Yeah.
story and artwork. stuff.
Yeah. Really
Badly.
pieced together.
Yeah. Ramita and Buscema did some of the filler work on that, I think, right? There's a Warlock
Cool.
number 6. Reed Richards as the Brute.
Hmm.
And-
Wasn't that Warlock who came out of a cocoon?
Yes.
The Fantastic Four, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the last part of that Evil Eye story with
Yeah.
Dormammu and Loki. The crossover there. It's a pretty good little story.
Yeah. Stories were great back then, not like today.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that.
Hey.
It was only $10, so
Wow. That's
Cool.
a
yeah.
good deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Not her first appearance, but
No.
I always liked this cover better.
Oh yeah. I didn't like that
Different.
skull cap costume that she had. It looked
Yeah.
weird.
But she dyed her hair in this one. I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah?
that. Yeah, her hair was like a light brown, and she
Yeah, that's
dyes
true.
it black like that. So,
Yeah.
Black and blue.
and I got this. It was
Yay!
all right, 50 cents.
That's awesome.
That Christmas tree in the back.
I thought so, but I think it's just a regular bush or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's probably a pot
Man,
of
Gene,
plant.
that's a great cover.
50 cents. Yeah, Gene looks happy there, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's it, Mike. That's all I got this week, man.
All right.
Well, that's great stuff, Jambo, as usual.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good stuff, buddy.
All right. Well, Steve, you ready to go?
Oh, I am. I'm ready to roll.
Oh,
Got an AOK from Mike Night Tiger Comics. He when he went overseas to the Netherlands through his Instagram and our did YouTube, we saw that he hit comic stores, and he sent me a few things out of the kindness of his heart. One of the things he sent, and it's kind of cool because he writes where he got it from, which is kind of cool. Dr. Solar, he got it Copenhagen. That's where he got this from. Reprint number 12, which this is my favorite cover of one of the favorite covers from that run. He got that for me.
That's
And
nice.
it's awesome. Phantom. He got this from Sweden, 1978. So
Wow.
from.
That's a good cover.
yeah, it's
It's
nice.
a great cover. And this is really cool. A hardback. I think it's Scandinavian. Is this from Scandinavia, Mike? Where's it from?
Chronicle.
But the artwork is just fantastic.
He might have been
that's
thinking of your Phantom book.
Okay. Got the covers that it reprints from in the front. And
maybe Sweden.
Wow.
and the artwork is beautiful black and white. Look at the detail on the guy on the camel.
Oh, yeah.
Just great stuff.
It always
I love
shows up
the
so much better in black and white, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bradley's Cyberry artwork, but it's not. But the artwork is fantastic.
Yeah, Phantom was one of the few heroes that they kept publishing in the newspaper around my area.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was always fun to read.
And I just wish he was as popular here as he is overseas because he's real popular. There's some place I think in Africa where they actually make their shields. This is true. I saw it on the internet. Well, I shouldn't say it. It's true. I saw it on the internet.
Yeah, I was going to say
of the tribes actually have their shields with phantom images from the comic strip on their shields, which I thought was kind of cool. And they put them in a museum to show off, how Western culture and influences, other cultures and stuff. Well, I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, Ranger Sly, you're absolutely right. And I wish he was as popular here because he's such a great character. I'd have commissions and stuff done of the Phantom, and I just think he's a fantastic. The movie was great. I thought the movie was really phenomenal. So yeah, he sent me that. Thanks, Mike. I know you're watching. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. It was a good surprise to see when I got home today. Onward to the stack I got, of course, to keep up with Micah's request.
Hey, all right.
Gold, Batman and Wildcat, of course, with the Joker.
Yeah,
excellent.
That Showcase 75, which I think is a highly underrated strip. Not just Showcase itself, but Hawk and Dove. This was 7.0. Cracked it out.
Written by Steve Ditko.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I just wish there was more of them. I don't like what they've done with them later on, which was kind of crappy.
I don't.
Yeah,
I've read those.
far removed from what Ditko had in mind.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Well, he always inserted some of his philosophy into
Yeah.
that, but it was, positive philosophy. It wasn't
Oh
all
yeah,
negative
I
shit.
mean, it's right and wrong. I mean, it's clearly, and he had no, as you know, has no gray area.
Right. Yeah.
X-Men 35 with the new costume. Well,
Oh, that.
Spider-Man
Wow.
39 had the new costume.
Nice.
35.
That is a nice. I got a couple of those. That's a nice X-Men cover, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Charles of Zorro 732 Delphor color.
I think they were trying to save the X-Men with
Not
Spider-Man.
Oxcoast, but
Yeah.
still great cover.
Yeah,
and
that's a great cover, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Love
a fun
that.
read. These are
Very
just
cool.
so. Unfortunately, you find them like in the dollar bins and stuff, and
I love watching that on TV.
Yeah. Adventures into the Unknown 127.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's State Trooper, man. The guy says State Trooper on him, and he's firing a machine gun at a dragon. So that's kind of
awesome.
Cool. Yeah. This guy's kind of cool. This is 146. That dude's kind of hip. Putting the umbrella and he's
from this distance he looks like a giant Riddler or something.
Yeah, right? Or Johnny Storm's uncle or something. I don't know.
That's a cool cover. I love that.
Adventures into the Unknown 152. It's a Dragonfly, but look at
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, did you ever notice when they have books like that on eBay, the seller will note Dragonfly cover.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm looking for those. This is pretty cool.
There's somebody out there that collects just those.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve, I've never seen that one. You just held
you
up.
haven't?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I've always liked that. I actually bought a couple of copies of that. It's just like a female
cool.
human
Very
torch.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Santania. Satania is her name.
Oh,
This is a cool cover.
She was hot.
Yes.
Very hot. Yes.
That's number 169. I like that cover a lot. And I don't know about you guys, but when I read this, I only had 4,328 gasps. So I don't know what they're talking about. I got that many gasps. I was one short. So, it's kind of
That's
fun.
beautiful.
Yeah, why did I have to put a horn on his head?
I know, right?
It's magical.
29 of Unknown Worlds, Thrills of Mystery. And we've got another guy throwing fire. They have something with fire with ACG and their mystery books. I don't know what it is, but a fire seems to be a prominent feature on their covers, it seems. And this is reminding me of the Challenges of the Unknown. It's one of the reasons, again, more gasps and features. They remind me of the Challengers.
That's
Nice cover.
And let's see here. Shown that before.
It reminded me of Marvel Tales I had where the hand came out by Russ Heath. I showed that in one of the videos.
Batman the Human Flying Saucer 1. I've shown 2.
Yeah.
I don't think I've shown 1, but this is such a great book.
Who
That's how I got
published
right
that?
now.
Who published that, Steve?
Lightning. Yeah, Lightning comic.
Oh, crap! I never seen that.
Yeah, I have number 2 as well. But yeah, it's a fun book.
That's from the '60s, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I never
Otto
seen it.
Binder did it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Glad they had 2 issues.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I think they had 3.
I think it takes about 3 or 4 months to start really figuring out was it a success or not.
Right. I guess they just felt after number 2 or 3 is done, Oh, Fireball.
Hey,
That's all I
Nighttime.
got for right now, Micah.
All right. Yeah, the chat's been telling a lot of jokes.
Yeah,
What
man.
about what's Night Tiger talking about? Is about the letter in the X-Men 35?
He said he did a video on it. Let me see what we got.
Was there anything special about that letter section? He must. If he did a video about it, it must be.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it.
Well, shame on me for not seeing that video. I gotta go now and check it out.
Well,
Mike
Thanks,
throwing in a
Mike.
plug for his video there.
are you going to the page right now, Steve?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see anyone popular. It must be something what they wrote. I'll skim it and see if I can see it.
Huh.
Oh, Mark Evanier wrote a letter. That's how you say his last name.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark
Kirby's-
Evanier has a letter in there.
Jack Kirby's assistant.
Yeah. He wrote a poem. I think that's what he might be referring to, Mike. Is you're still on? Is that what you're referring to?
Probably is.
He wrote a poem type of thing in there.
He's probably driving on the highway and
Yeah.
can't pull over right now. So, well, Eric, I was going to go to Gras too, but I know you like to go last. But we'll probably head your way.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
And Eric, you're on mute if you don't already know that.
All right. Well, we'll get the formalities out of the way. We'll go ahead and
There we go.
get Jambo real quick.
All right.
And might as well
Hey,
Nice.
I appreciate that.
I'll show a couple things that came out today. Paul Levitt's first Marvel comic.
Wow.
It's set after Avengers number 11. And it's got Alan Davis art, and it's actually good.
Cool.
Mark Waid did a series about Cap's kooky quartet that he kind of like shoehorned some continuity in between a couple issues. Kind of felt forced. This one didn't. This kind of felt like it, fit. So it's a 3-issue series. Looking forward to the next one. It's the latest issue of Batman, the Joker, the Deadly Duo. Yeah, it was a comic book. It wasn't bad. It's just, this is the second issue of the Tom King book I was talking about, where he uses all the characters from first issue special. And we're 2 issues in, and he hasn't screwed it up. So that's it's actually going to come back for the third. And this is today's facsimile.
Okay. Nice.
Ranger wants to know, was that new Avengers?
Yes, came out today. And it said up to this point, the only thing Paul Levitz had ever done for Marvel was he had a letter printed.
That facsimile of the Flash that came out today?
Yes.
Okay. They just did that a few months ago, right?
Looked real.
I know it's I don't know if I didn't see it. If it did, it come out a couple months ago already, but another EC reprint came out today.
Cool.
Those are great.
$20. It's probably the best bargain in comics right now.
Oh, it's a trade, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Let's see. Reach into the box here and show some.
I thought it was a one, like a 20-page comic.
Yes.
Avengers
257. If one was good, 2 must be better.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw where USC said "hold my beer," didn't you? They've outlawed the word "field."
Good grief. Good grief.
Yeah, I don't know where those guys are going to play their football now. Let's see.
Hey.
Daredevil 190.
Cool.
Detective 358. There really isn't any rhyme or reason to this. Here's
That's the best.
just keep it alphabetical. Here's Doorway to Nightmare.
Oh wow, yeah.
Eternals,
Like it.
and one for Steve.
Kirby Goodness.
Yay. Cool.
Oh man.
Lucifer.
And one of my magnets, the dollar comics that say dollar comics across the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get all those, although I'm not sure what all there are to get. Here's the issue where Green Lantern's going to marry Carrie Limbo, but finds out Guy's still alive. So now here's Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library 44.
Wow, look at those people on the bottom cover, man. It's freaked out.
45.
Yeah, you got the Haunted Surfer.
Yeah, it looks like the Silver Surfer and the Submariner.
Yes.
There's 46.
They had some great covers during that
That's a
period.
good cover.
Yeah, man. You had Ditko, Sutton.
A lot of great, and the Sutton did a lot of great stuff.
Another dollar comic.
Yeah.
And I Vampire. Yeah. Everybody's favorite from 1977.
No Human Fly.
That's
I
Roger's
liked it.
favorite. Yeah.
I did dig it. To be honest.
It's amazing that ran for quite a while. Like
19 issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's number 2. And here's one of my favorite covers of all time. I tried to draw this when I was a kid. Burns turned out a little better. Jonah Hex, number 9.
Wow.
I bet you could probably find a dozen covers where he's staked out in the desert there.
Didn't Marvel try to tell us that the Human Fly was based on a true story? Or a
Yeah,
real...
he was a real character, but he was
Oh,
a cheap Daredevil.
Here's Marvel double feature number 4.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
Number 20. There's Marvel Superheroes 51. And I saved the best art for last.
Uh-oh.
How much is actually edited out of the 70s reprints? Panels or pages?
You know, I've never held up the original and gone through it panel by panel to tell, but I've never really noticed anything that said, hey, I don't, what happened to this?
That would be worth someone doing an episode on. Because it's like all the sitcoms and all the shows we grew up with, they cut them now in syndication because they can put in more commercials than they used to be allowed to. So.
I don't know if it was that much of a deal with these because the page counts fluctuated between 21 and 17 and 21. So I don't know. That would be if anybody's got the reprint and the original issue, that would be something to check out. Fortunately, I don't have many of the old Marvel comics anymore.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. I've got a lot of both.
I took a look one time at a Captain America and then the reprint, and Kirby had a full page of Cap jumping out of a plane. That wasn't in the reprint, so they were able to take just that one splash. It was in the middle of the story and go, okay, there's one page we don't have to worry about. So I know they shortened that, and you don't really notice it unless you remembered it. So, I mean, the story still flowed technically, but yeah, I would think the answer would be on average they kill one page. But
I was stupid in the 70s. I thought, well, I can't afford these original Spider-Man books, so I'll just stick with the Marvel tales because I could buy the old Kirby Fantastic Fours, but the Spider-Mans were out of my range even then. But now they're ridiculously out of my range. So Marvel Tales was not the best option.
Everybody's gouging on eBay.
Well,
Well,
some of those
Gratu-
Marvel tales have started to go up in price too, Gratu.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man goes
Yeah.
up every time I get a set or a run to price. Yeah, like 10s are now 20s. I found one the other day where it was $25 and I priced it, in the ballpark, and I went to file it. We already had one out there, been sitting out there for almost 2 years at 3. That's how much that particular issue had gone up. It's insane. Fortunately, everything else is leveling off and coming down, so that's
Yeah, I don't know how much longer the comic book industry can last as a whole. I mean, IDW, and there's rumors about Valiant that might be filing bankruptcy or something. Rumors, but I know that what's that one company? Aftershock filed
Aftershock. Well,
bankruptcy.
the reality is the entire industry chased an audience away
Yeah,
in favor of an audience that either doesn't exist or doesn't pay for anything.
exactly. That's what
So,
I always tell
yeah.
people when I'm talking and having conversations at Dunkin' Donuts about comics with these people. They're catering to an audience that it doesn't exist or is very minor.
Well, they think they're going to get the manga audience, and they don't care about those. They want actual manga. They're trying for 14-year-old girls that are kind of confused and aren't sure if they're a boy or a girl. And that's what they think they're going for.
Well,
and also the young adult audience that reads these young adult books, and they can't. And to a certain extent, they get the they-them crowd to buy some of that direct, but it's I think that's who they're shooting for.
It's absolutely who they're shooting for, and right now DC is kind of having kind of a war between within themselves, and oddly enough, Mark Waid, no prince of a human being by any stretch, but he's writing the way people wrote 30 years ago, and
yeah.
there are the audience they're chasing wants nothing to do with that kind of stuff because the everybody's not trafficking in identity politics, but
It's so sad.
they're selling, so that kind of puts them in a bind. I mean, they like nothing better than to say, see, nobody wants this stuff anymore. But what do you do when those like World's Finest is a legitimate hit?
Yeah.
And I read the first 7 issues and liked them all. Then one of their writers that did an issue where basically the whole issue was making fun of readers like me. And I said, screw you, you're not getting any more of my money for new. So I quit the book, but it's.
Well, they're under pressure from the stockholders. That's their only obligation is to the stockholders. They want to see them make money, so they're experimenting and trying to make money any way they can. They don't care about the old their old hardcore customers. They just want to do what they can to make money.
Well,
I'm not sure they want to make money. I think that they're under pressure really from international forces that want to bring our society down. And I know that sounds like something out of Dr. Strangelove, but
their one obligation is to the stockholders.
Well, their obligation is to depopulation, to helping out with climate change, to making sure that people don't breed because they change their sex or they neuter themselves. Because what it is we're in the middle of a Marxist communist revolution, and they just don't want us to see it, and they want to get the population down, and they want to turn us, and so they've got the whole media.
Well, I don't think that they're going to be able to do that through comic book stories. I mean, they have a very small audience to begin with.
Well, no, but the comic books are the what they use to move into movies, and that's where their cultural influence is through the movies. They keep the comics going just because of the movies. The comics would never exist on their own. They're only selling to people in their 40s or 50s or 60s that are buying them because they just can't. They have to. They're neurotic, and they've got this
Well, if
got
they
to keep
can't make
buying
money
because
for
they
the
need to complete
stockholders,
the
then they're
run.
going to collapse.
Well, why haven't the stockholders complained to Disney when they've run Star Wars into the
Well,
ground?
they are.
Moving
They
it?
are complaining. They are complaining about certain things.
You're right, Jackson.
What is he saying?
There are too many older
yeah,
books
he's
I'm
right.
chasing
Yeah,
to worry
I
about
don't
the
even.
new stuff.
No,
I don't
there's,
care that I have to drive an hour to a comic store because I don't go to them.
there is some truth to that, in that we have now gone far enough to where there are people with anti-capitalist ideology sitting on boards.
That's exactly right. It's
Well, that's true.
it's
And
all
that's-
those Marxist, youth of the '60s that are now they've taken over everything. They're billionaires, and they just want to bring these George Soros types that want to bring our society down. It sounds like insane Alex Jones ranting, but look around. Were there this many? Just you get into a difficult, but look at all these guys, just these healthy athletes dropping. You can't really talk about that, and I won't say anything more about that, but think about it. When did you see that before? When did you see Monday Night Football canceled in the middle of the show because a healthy athlete just falls over, and then 3 or 4 more fall over the next day? It's insanity what's going on.
They must have got the COVID shots.
Well, we're not. That's why I'm saying we can't talk about it.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
So that's why all the people are in our audience. They love the older pop culture items we show. So
Right. Yeah. So
people look forward to this. So.
When in your lifetime have we been afraid to talk? It's like we can't say that, but we don't have freedom of speech. It's like, what happened? This is a bunch of bullshit. They had to wait till the World War II generation and the Korean War generation were gone, or they never would have gotten away with this shit.
You got any books you're going to show?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You're up.
I had to run because my wife had an emergency down in the basement. Yeah, but I still don't like the world.
Well, I don't either, but
Yeah.
I want to see some comic books.
Well, we were talking about how did it come up? We were talking about how they're chasing this different audience. All right, here's a comic, a funny book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's what they should be doing today.
I would pick these up for nothing in the '80s.
Oh, that's a great one.
This has got a subscription fold. That's probably why it was cheap.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But of course, the Golden Age Green Lantern is now. Well, I won't even get into that. I mean, it's like you can't escape it. This whole industry it's like it's a bunch of bullshit. Bull hockey. Let's see. Let me flip. Yeah, here's I don't know if this was the first of the floating heads, but it's one of them.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a terrific. Love that guy.
Look at the way they drew him.
Wow. Yeah.
I like Batman's little 5 o'clock shadow.
Troubles there. I didn't shave for a day.
Well, there was a crisis going on. It's like when Reed Richards didn't shave because Galactus was attacking.
Or Tony Stark when he was on the battle.
Yeah.
I got a question. Is Reed Richards' whiskers kind of rubbery too? And if so, how does he shave them?
Oh, that's probably true.
Probably has to use a special razor for the shave.
Yeah, really. Rubbery whiskers.
Was someone just talking about this, or did I see it somewhere else? Where someone was talking about why didn't Tarzan have a beard? Why did
that was me.
That was your show. Okay.
Yeah.
My mind is going. Yeah.
I never thought about that before tonight.
Yeah, and I think it was Fireball who said that he saw a picture of his father, and so he always wanted to look like his father. Clean shaven. So.
Yeah, that's right. Remember when he was engaged to one of the apes when he was a kid, teenager?
I thought that was Jimmy Olsen.
Oh yeah, I guess it happened to him too. Let's see, what else can I find here? Yeah, every summer they had these crises.
Yeah, that's great.
Until they had the final crisis that put me off of all of this because they destroyed everything I loved, the whole Mort Wessinger era. Let's see. Now, it's probably in this period that I saw my older brother, who was, he was class of 72. I was class of 83. So he had a good 11 years on me, and I was, 4 or 5. And I remember seeing Floating Heads. So it might have been this issue. It was certainly about 1969. And of course, then around this period, every comic book on the newsstand was a horror comic, even superhero comics, because the comics code relaxed and allowed horror stuff in comics again. So
awesome.
If you went to a comic, I don't know, I guess everyone's our age that watches this show, so they know, but everything was horror. Even Archie Comics had horror comics.
Yeah.
So, this comic is terrible. I'm one of those people that irons comics like Night. I don't know if this is valuable enough for that, probably, but these people, what do you call it? Flattening?
Pressing.
Yeah.
I call it ironing. I'm like the retarded, senile old. I'm gonna iron my comic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey,
I like that one.
hey, Night Tiger says, why don't Native American Indians have beards?
I think it's a little genetics, but
Yeah.
That's
I don't
what I
know.
think. Probably genetics.
Hey, I just heard that Missouri legalized that crap. I hope that doesn't turn Missouri, because thinking Native Americans, I thought of Oklahoma, and that's because when we drove through Oklahoma, every strip center had marijuana dispensaries and pictures of marijuana leaves. It was horrible look. I hope that doesn't happen in Missouri, because it was terrible looking. Just really scummy. But I imagine that's the fate of the whole country, right?
You were filming some of that. I saw that when you were in the U-Haul.
Yeah, everything is marijuana everywhere.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the country, everything's fentanyl and living in tents.
Yeah.
I'm driving every time I drive around, and it's warm enough for me to have the window down. That's all I smell.
There we go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, look at her back there on the throne, just watching while he's
very relaxed. Very relaxed.
She gets the winner.
These cult comics don't get enough love. Everything from 3 on, I keep separate, because as soon as the corner box disappeared, I considered that to be the end of the Silver Age. There's a story behind this. I think the girl that owned this comic once was obviously in love with someone named Clint. I guess her name is Marilyn Kelly or something. But anyway, girls would practice writing their name with their boyfriend's last name, like how they would sign their name when they're married. Boy, I'll show one more. This is my older brothers, they only bought DC. They were buying comics in the Silver Age. And so in the Bronze Age, I talked to them. They said, we never bought that Marvel crap. And it's like, no, you should have been buying those. And then my one of my brothers said, I stopped buying DC when they had Superman and Batman injected with LSD and they were hallucinating. But they didn't like. But Marvel, I guess, if you didn't understand Kirby and the production values, just the printing. But going back a few years back into the 50s, look at the printing on this comic. That's some of the worst printing I've ever seen. It's a great cover, but just look at that.
They missed it on the color, didn't they?
Yeah, StreamYard is terrible looking, but it'll give great close-ups. That's what I like about StreamYard. But at least as far as my camera on this,
if you hold it back about 2 feet, Ratu, it looks great. Perfect.
Yeah, but when I hold it up close, you can really see the detail. Right. I don't get that on my phone. But other than that, my phone looks a lot better as far as resolution, because everything's I don't know. I just I don't know. I'm confused. So, yeah.
Jambo, are you
I've
needing
got
to
to tap
cut
out, guys. I'm sorry. I've got a very early work day tomorrow, so I appreciate you guys having me on. Good seeing
Okay.
everybody
Good
again.
seeing you, Jumbo.
Thanks for being on.
Y'all have a good week, okay?
You
Get
too.
some
Guys,
rest,
go on.
man.
See you next time.
Take care.
See ya.
And we welcome John. It's good to see you. Knockoff of Null. I think so. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yes. Sonia has to leave.
This assistant coach asks these, he brings out a soccer ball, right? And says, okay, I want you to dribble the ball. And they start dribbling it like a basketball because soccer is this alien up here. I'm used to being down in Texas where all the kids are for soccer. It's like football. What's that? How do you play that? Because it's interesting to see the differences. And wrestling is real big here, too. I mean, no offense, wrestling that you would do in school. I know everyone's a pro wrestling fan, but I don't want to say real. What's the proper term?
Pro wrestling.
But what's the proper term for
sports entertainment?
Without saying real wrestling, because that's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a rule in the word for it other than saying that.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't use foreign objects, it's not wrestling.
I said the first time I watched, I think I told you this at some point or on my show or somewhere, when I watched that first Stone Cold Steve Austin era, rock era, late 90s, and they took the match into the bathroom and they're smashing snakes on each other. I thought this is great. I was just watching it because my students liked it and I wanted to see what is it they like. And then I got hooked on it. It's like fentanyl or something. Just touch it and you get over it.
Not that.
All right. I will. Yes. Everything here is a work.
Work.
Somebody will get that. But, all right. I'll start off with some little old Tom and Jerry.
Ah, cool.
Getting some shade in the hot sun. And Boris Karloff. I need about 3 more books to have.
Oh, nice.
I think that's the third time they used that cover.
Yeah.
Because I bought it as a 5-year-old.
Crazy guy up there.
In the second printing, his mouth is a little disturbing looking.
I'd like to see the full run when you complete it, Micah.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be great.
I will make a whole video on that if I ever get around to.
Huey, Dewey, and then Louie.
I think this is Neil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is.
It's one of them dollar comics. I hear all the
man.
rage.
Yeah, that's a great vigilante story. I think it's Gray Morrow. There's a vid story in that.
Here's number 79, the last issue.
Oh, okay.
What year is that?
1977.
That's when it ended. Okay. And he died, what, about 65, 66?
I don't know.
Sorry.
No, I was trying to pluck it out of my brain. I just don't know. The dollar comic. I think I just think of his costume, a little orange and green. And Boris again, number 15. Best camera on the cover until the Killing Joke come along.
There was a Boris Karloff wax museum near Niagara Falls. Do you guys know about that? I've seen pennants, souvenir pennants that have Frankenstein on them. And I think it was written in the same font as the logo of the comic, Boris Karloff.
There's a Ripley's, believe it or not, in Ontario, there near Niagara Falls.
That might be what Boris Karloff morphed into. Since
That's a cool cover. Cat getting revenge.
Yeah, you fell outside the window.
does anyone have the House of Mystery paperback?
Yes. Yeah, both of them.
Is there one that's text and not reprints of the comic?
Text. The ones I have are text stories.
So they're text stories based on the comic stories or completely unrelated?
I think they're unrelated. I've read them years ago. I've not read all the comics, so I couldn't say.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just looking at a cover of one of them.
That TV is a dangerous thing.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's something. Joe Orlando,
watching-
too. Cool.
You can tell they're watching MSNBC.
Yes.
Rachel Maddow.
And my last one is from 1950, Lone Ranger,
Oh, he's in
number
the
29.
Very cool. That's nice.
It's got a little
Love the
crease.
horses.
That's great.
Yeah. You'll love the back cover.
Yeah.
It's like someone was kissing him on his cheek.
That's great.
He's been
Yeah, I like
kissing
the
the
very Lone
ladies.
Rangers.
I found the museum. When you're done, I'll show it. You cut to me for a second.
All right.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go right to you here.
Yeah, see, it's the same, pretty much the same font as the comic. Oh shit! Sorry. Shoot. Hold on, I'll go get it again. Yeah, I just typed in Boris Karloff Museum images.
1969 is when he passed away.
Oh, okay, yeah. See,
Neat.
it's probably the same one that's now Ripley's because it's Niagara Falls and everything. Yeah, there's the Frankenstein. I bet it's the same building. But most normal people don't know who Boris Karloff is anymore. We're not normal people.
Well, I'm wanting to get the whole run settled before this new gold key starts up again, and they're going to do Boris Karloff as one of their titles. So
What?
I don't know if they're going to make it woke stories or not, but there's a new gold key coming out.
What? And what they're do they have the rights to the characters that were done in the 90s by whoever? Turok and Magnus and
I don't know about all them, but they've on their website they've got Boris, or they've got a couple of mock-up covers.
If you're going to start a company now and you look at what's happened to all these other companies, if you elect to go down that same road, then you deserve to die quick.
That's what'll happen if they do.
Hopefully they don't.
Well, you know, the Neo Charlton stuff, that's a very small, those aren't even in comic stores. I think you have to special order all that.
Yeah.
Let me look this up.
The Lost Patrol. Never saw it.
What is it now? Oh, yeah, that was a really old one.
And
how long have you known about that graphic, man?
about a year. It was one of our viewers, Mastodon, tipped me off to it, and then Steve, who just walked off our screen, he sent me a picture of some girl wearing a T-shirt that says "Gold Key."
There's the T-shirt, but you know this may be a website someone puts up and it never happens. You know, like there's been a website up for Predicta, like televisions since the late 90s. It's the exact same webpage with a custom build new Predicta televisions, but they don't call them Philco anymore. It's now Telstar Predicta. That webpage has not changed I think it's just something that's just there forever, like some ghost town or something. Gold Key merchandise.
If I recall, their website asked like they were seeking story submissions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they have like a print of what a cover would look like.
Right.
And they have, I think this is someone that bought the rights to the name Gold Key and possibly Boris Karloff, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to get the rights to Turok and Magnus because those were bought up by Valiant.
Yeah, but Valiant's not doing anything with them anymore, so it haven't for years.
But being turned into successful video games, which is how most people know of those things.
Yeah.
I'm sure they still own the rights to that. What do I know? I'm not any copyright.
Well, yeah, that would definitely. A Turok is probably off the table, but I don't know. Is there a Magnus video game? Either way,
no,
there's when you see that, like about a year before Dan DiDio was fired from DC, he was bitching that the facsimile issues of older comics were outselling most of the new ones.
Yeah.
So that might be the logic that Gold Key is thinking here, that there's definitely a little bit of nostalgia left, and if you run a streamlined operation, you probably don't need to sell a ton to at least make a little profit. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Because I've heard that too, that they were coming back. But then nothing's come of it.
But Gold Key was almost all licensed titles. They didn't have that many original titles.
No.
So,
and I don't know that using that would probably be a mistake, is to try to get back into original titles. But if they can bring back stuff like Boris Karloff and some of the other licensed type things that everybody remembers, who knows?
But without those painted covers, they'd have to get, because those painted covers were, that was.
How many people know Boris Karloff? You go around talking to anybody that's 20 years old.
Oh yeah,
they don't know who Boris Karloff is.
You're not bringing Gold Key back to chase that audience. If you're doing this at all, it's to get
going after us,
right? Because we're still out there, and you can still. We all at one time or another, all of us have lamented, I'd like to buy new stuff, but
they're going to be able to make money.
But
one of my favorite things in the world as a kid was Castle of Frankenstein magazine. They brought it back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I never bought an issue because it wasn't the original people doing it. It didn't look right. The covers, some of them looked kind of good because they had one of the original artists, but I never bought it. And now they've revived Castle of Frankenstein, or they're about to. I don't know if I think it's actually in the stores, probably Barnes and Noble.
I've heard that too. But those Warrant magazines are a pretty good tribute.
Yeah.
As good as we're going to get at this point. I mean, there's no, the stories aren't woke. They're just, I mean, there's only so much you can replicate, but they do as good a job, I think, as you can. And hopefully that's what Gold Key's approach will be.
But if you're in a store that has a box of old Warrens and you don't have all of those, I would buy those before I'd buy an imitation.
I agree, but there's a lot of stores that don't have this. Or if they do, the other thing though, are you going to spend $30 on one issue of a Warren magazine, or are you going to get this thing on the shelf for $7?
I wouldn't mind if they brought back Yogi Bear. Of course, I got a cover idea for them, but
who owns Hanna-Barbera, though?
Yeah, Captain, are you wanting to go again?
Well, I got some dime store stuff if you want to see that.
Sure.
Oh, I just put a chocolate in my mouth.
Uh-oh.
Got this from Time Travel Comics.
Is that a birthday gift?
Yeah. And he got me these too.
Jeffrey Combs.
Agreed.
Got me these Dell paperbacks. I think Eric Breen might like these. He's an old romance sucker for romance.
Well, we all are.
Nice.
Looks like Leni Riefenstahl.
25 cents. This is nice. I really like this. The skeleton in the clock.
That's cool. Look at that.
Well, that's one place to put one, I guess.
That's neat.
Wallflowers, Temple Daily.
We've all been a wallflower.
I wonder what's the year on this. I'm gonna try to see what 1962. 62? Anyway, I think it's 1962. After done.
The pipe is what makes that.
Yes.
That's Eric Breen right there.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
There's another one.
You need to put some pants on that doll behind you.
You're not the first one that's noticed that.
And the last one.
Enchanted Oasis.
Oh wow.
Great covers on those.
Oh, and they all of them have a map. A kind of a map out of what the story, where the story takes place.
That's neat. Yeah, I got a couple of that do that. I got a Dashiell Hammond and a Gene Autry Western.
That's pretty. That's
Just
pretty,
like Conan the Barbarian.
yeah.
You gotta have a map in every issue.
I'll see. And then I found another box of dime store stuff. What I have. I remember these being sold for a dime in the corner store. A little badge and a whistle for 10 cents.
Wow.
There's another one. Made in Hong Kong. This is when everything started going away from the tin toys made in Japan, and everything started becoming plastic made in Hong Kong.
Wow.
That's from the early 60s, I'm pretty sure. Maybe mid 60s, I don't know, but
Huh.
I got a couple of these with different outfits.
These days, people are so freaked out by clowns. You could put one just outside someone's window, and
Yeah,
it would totally freak them out.
absolutely. I'd freak out too, man. What the hell else is in here? See if I can find anything of interest. I got a bag of stuff that I collected. Maybe there's something in here. Oh, here it is. Little dime store choo-choos. The ghost train.
Oh, neat.
Looks like a glow in the dark.
And the Ben Franklin store in Winterset, where John Wayne was born, is now permanently closed. I just found out today.
Oh, that's
I heard they were trying to sell it, so at least I got some brief footage of the inside of it before it closed. It's a damn shame.
wow.
They kept it just like it was. Wow.
Yeah, I really liked their paperback holder you walked by, and I thought, boy, I'd sure like to have that.
Yeah, that's too bad about the Ben Franklin, but you know.
I think the paperback rack could have been in the drugstore, or was that in the?
It was Yeah, you're probably right. It's on the same trip or the same video or
Yeah,
something.
I have to look at the video. Oh my God, that's great.
Look at
That
that.
is
Is,
fantastic.
Mickey
is,
Mouse and Bugs Bunny tea
is
set.
that licensed? Because it doesn't look
No,
could
No,
be.
this is in Hong Kong, from the early
Okay.
60s.
Mickey Mouse looks like a total degenerate.
Right.
That looks like underground comic art. You need to get a good picture of that and put it up on Instagram. You'll get 1,000 clicks on that. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of these up on Instagram.
They look like a
That's
degenerate.
Holy shit! I got 4 of these.
It's like
Wow.
a degenerate.
Mickey Mouse. Degenerate. Oh my god.
That's like that. Remember the comic Mickey what was it
Bugs.
called? Mickey Rat.
Yeah.
I used to have a Mickey Rat t-shirt in high school.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is in this box here? Stuff is all over the place. Right? More of those whistles. Oh, these things. Yeah. I got these things from a site I think called Old Stuff or something.
Is that the 3 Little Pigs? Or
I don't know, but it's just somebody selling these dime store toys. Like, I love the artwork.
yeah.
Yeah, that whole package is great. They almost look like those Damn It dolls. They look like trolls almost.
You can get this for a dime at the corner store.
The cat has that long neck. That's great.
And there's these Tommy guns, clicker guns.
Oh, Thompson. Wow.
Yeah, Singing Sally. That's what they used to call these back in the 20s and 30s. Singing Sallies.
It's in such great shape.
They're made in Ukraine.
Yeah, put these back. These back in there.
You ever clean plastic toys with Armor All to make them shiny?
What was that?
You ever use Armor All on old plastic toys, or is that bad for them?
I've never tried that. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it myself.
This old friend of mine showed me how good Armor All works on toys. I think you're not supposed to use it on dashboards. Yeah, you don't use it on dashboards of cars because it'll cause them to crack in the sun.
I got another box down here if you guys want to take a look at these. Oh, here's something. Let's see. These were the kind of toys you would take with when you're going on a family trip, family vacation somewhere, and you'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's too recent. The other stuff was the good stuff.
This is why is that? Why this is?
That's got a UPC code on it.
Yeah, it does have it. Yeah.
No, I like the bootleg looking Mickey Mouse. And
I agree.
That wasn't a bootleg.
No, the old other stuff.
That was.
No, the original. That one's too official looking.
Yeah.
I don't want to give a dime to the Disney Corporation.
Let's see what the
I
hell
support
is in here.
bootleggers.
Gotta open this. Oh, look at this! I was just talking about the tins and stuff. This has got to be made in Japan, I'll bet. Yep, that's made in Japan. These are the little tin toys.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the Japan era was 50s, and then the Hong Kong era started in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
Get enough of those, you could film a movie.
Does it say occupied Japan or just Japan?
No, it just says Japan. Although I have a pair of binoculars that says made in occupied Japan. Look at this stuff we got here. 60s. I don't know what era that is from. It's a little.
That looks 70s to me.
Enjoy your news cycle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like 70s.
Which is still a good era.
The hell is this? Oh, these are weird. Okay. These are little decks of cards. I think these are made in Hong Kong. Really many decks of cards. Playing cards.
Huh.
Weird. There's something else. What is this? Pocket solitaire? That's probably from the early 70s. It's Hong Kong. I don't know what the hell this is.
That stuff was like sold at Stuckey's.
Whoa! I don't want to. Oh shit! Everything's popping out of here. Okay, these are like little pegs that you can play solitaire. I don't know. Good grief! They're dropping all over the place, all over my lap.
Now they just keep the kids quiet with a phone or a tablet.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Well, that's probably what these toys were made for when you go on vacation.
Yeah.
And there's stuff in here with. Oh, I think I showed these once a long time ago. These are tattoo transfers from Satsac.
Oh.
That's funny.
I don't know. These must have came out in the 60s. They had to have been.
Yeah.
Made in Japan. So these were from the 60s, or very early 60s. Anyway, this is that.
Those were in great shape.
There's other stuff in here too, but I don't know how much of an interest it is. Magic key made in Hong Kong. I don't know. It's kind of a toy. Half the stuff. Kids will look at this, they wouldn't even know what the hell it is. I don't even know what the hell it is.
I like the little guys that you throw the parachute in the air and they look like they were terrified. There were these guys that were all contorted and terrified looking.
Hey, here's something from the 1960s. Little salt and pepper set. Made out of tin. Looks like late 60s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've collected stuff throughout the years. Some of the things I got back here are original, but it's all packed away. Some of my original toys, like the Marxicopter I have, and the skyscraper missile launcher. I have that from my childhood, from 1962, I think, or 61.
Lead Paint wanted to know, do you have a pocket pool set?
Oh yeah, I got that, but that's from that's more recent stuff. It's more recent. I got one up there, but it's not vintage or anything.
didn't know Sad Sack was a Sunday comic strip ever.
What I got in here? Oh, this is something I think I picked up at a flea market. It's a dime store toy from the 60s.
What does it say in there? Baby.
It's a baby.
Baby carriage. Oh.
You can't, it doesn't, I don't understand why I can't, it doesn't focus.
Might be my eyes. Baby carriage, and there you go. You got the light just right in bed set. What are they scared on the couch of the baby?
It's got a $1 price tag on it, but I don't know. Somebody must have been selling this because they're from the 60s and they were dime store. So I don't know what happened with that, Lucy, but
well, you know, they called it a 5 and dime because, like, in my parents' generation, they were 5 and dimes, but in the 60s, they weren't really 5 and dimes any more than Dollar General is a dollar store.
No, well, I'm not talking about like Woolworths and dime stores like Woolworths. I'm talking about corner stores that were just dime stores and mom and pop shops. That's where a lot of this stuff was sold.
Yeah, they call them rack toys because they hung them on racks.
They had them in boxes too. When I used to go into the mom and pop shop, they had little boxes right on the counter of all these different toys. You know.
Yeah,
and I think these are Cracker Jack toys, but I don't know.
Oh,
Cracker Jack prizes. It all goes along, you know, with the. I would buy these toys, you know, and I would see the comic books. It all went hand in hand for me. That's all what I got right here.
Look very good.
Yeah, it's really
cool stuff.
That stuff you see all the time.
Steve, did you have anything?
Do I have something?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I do. I got when I left a minute ago. I got This is what they look like, Ken.
Yeah, that's the one I saw on Instagram or somewhere
today.
That's signed by the artist?
Yeah, signed by Bernie. And it's got illustrations and like every illustration, every story will have an illustration prior to the story.
It's kind of like a pulp then.
Yeah. We'll have an illustration by Bernie. And here's the second one.
Wow. I didn't know these existed. This is awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I just met Bernie Wrightson at Baltimore a few years before he passed, and the only thing I brought were these two books for him to sign. I just couldn't decide which would have him sign, so this would be easy to carry and something he had to see every day, you know.
Yeah.
Does Mike Blue go to conventions?
Something like that.
What's that?
I'd love to have something like that signed by.
Yeah, I found them at a bookstore for like $2 a piece.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was lucky.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to do these days.
Wow.
This Unknown World Unknown, it's phenomenal. They started doing original material, and there's a Sprague de Camp story and a Keith Laumer story. Ernie Chan does a Sprague de Camp story.
Yeah.
And Gil Kane, inked by Tom Sutton, does the Keith Laumer story. And Tom Sutton's inking is phenomenal over Kane's pencils. Everyone has this book, but it came up in my reading pile. The Rocketeers, Blast
I don't have that.
I just see it so much that I just assumed everyone got it.
I'm not sure if I have it.
DC Special number 12 with great Joe Kubert stories in this reprints. And Huey, Dewey, and Louie are back to school.
Excellent.
I love those big dolls.
Yeah, nice little giant. Look at the spine on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Meyer Greenblatt's
Yeah.
got a bunch of those.
It's not even. Ooh,
Wow.
not even hardly cracked.
Wow.
That
Hard
one
to
could
believe.
easily be turned into them carrying weapons.
Yes.
Very easily.
Or fentanyl.
Dude ranch.
Wow, beautiful. Good color.
We're all under 1 gallon hat.
Your mind goes to some dark places, Ken.
I know, really.
Yeah, I don't know. It just looks like
Ball of Evil in 1.
Good story.
Oh yeah, it's a good stuff here. Marble Childers 3. Marble Chillers number 5. Red Wolf is in this. This is one reason I like that book so much, that particular issue.
Yeah, very limited. Meanwhile, Human Fly goes 19 issues.
I know, exactly, right? Somebody was pushing that book. It had to have. Someone had to have pushed this book. War for 939 with my man Brother Voodoo. And number 40 with Brother Voodoo. And lastly, the Werewolf by Night 42 with Iron Man. I need to get either the one before or after with Iron Man in this. Like
Nice.
43.
23.
So it's after, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's all I got. Thank you guys.
Well,
He was down to earth. He was real quiet, very subdued, very humble. A lot of people were around him. I mean, people were just throwing stuff in front of him, and he was just signing. But he was a very humble, nice, quiet guy. He just nothing like what he draws. He's completely different, like a lot of artists. But he was a good dude. I appreciated talking to him, and it was something I'm always going to remember. He was a good guy. From what I met, the 5 minutes I was interacting with him, yeah.
Like Edward G. Robinson, he always played a gangster in the movies and a tough guy, killing people and hurting people. But in real life, he was like like a daisy. He loved to plant flowers. He loved
Huge art collector also.
Yeah, and he
Good
loved
surprise, too.
flowers and stuff, and he was just
sometimes
nothing like he was in the movies at all.
Right.
If you watch the 10 Commandments over again and just watch, Robinson, he's smooth, very smooth. Yeah, he's not really being a gangster here. He's just kind of being a weasel.
Right.
But it's really good. Really good. Well, Gratu, Breen always wants to go last. Do you have anything else?
Let's see what I got. Ugh.
Good night, Mastodon.
Mastodon. Thanks for hanging.
There he goes.
Wally Wood have any involvement in that? Looks like a Wally Wood drawing to me. I'm probably wrong.
I don't know.
That looks a little wood-like. Let's see what else I got here. I just happen to have a box with a bunch of Justice League.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Okay. Let's see. This is the oldest Justice League I have.
Wow.
That's something.
That's 17. It's got some water damage. Let's see. There's the Justice League. The Democrats don't like them.
Oh yeah, get lost.
They're not. They're an existential threat to our democracy.
Yes.
That being said,
anyone that calls it a democracy, don't trust them. It's a republic.
They have gas stoves.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Gas. Yeah. That was insane.
Yeah,
Man, every day there's something insane happens. Every day. Now they found a second batch of.
Oh yeah, documents.
That's just like, but it's different. This is different.
Oh yes, totally different.
Yeah, it's
Night and
different
day.
because the vice president doesn't have the power to declassify. Not to be political or anything.
No, of course.
Let's see. I already showed you this, right? Probably. Let's see what else.
Oh, I love that cover. Reminds me of
Yeah.
Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about that movie earlier today.
Such a great film. Oh yeah, the Royal Flush Gang. Awesome. The first appearance.
I must have shown you. I showed you this one, didn't I? Probably.
I don't remember.
I just love all. I mean,
That's
it's
a
as
great-
far as earlier
film.
tonight. I don't know. So we're missing a lot of people today. Dr. Silver Age, Paulo. Did I miss the explanation, or is there any?
Paulo hasn't been getting very good sleep lately. I don't know if he wants everybody to know that. And Rod, his wife's birthday, is apparently the same day as Captain Strangelove. And Rod decided to, for some reason to hang out with his wife instead of hanging out with us on
Yeah.
the fossils. But
Yeah, I don't have that much to show, really.
Okay.
Stuff in that box.
that's a reminder for Saturday's morning show with Dr. Silver Age and Shannon. Be sure to go over there and give him a hard time about that. How he didn't want to spend time with Captain Strangelife's birthday. But
I really like the dynamic on that show and how they talk about the experience of the comics and not just, I got this on mycomicshop.com. And, this is my childhood copy that's beat up and it's worth more to me than this one I got later. That, and I love that because that would horrify the speculators and people that send stuff up to CGC because they don't understand it was the experience of buying them then. But, oh, well, that's what I like. I like the way they're handling it. I really do.
Hey, MK, how you doing?
I guess we're colored, right? Is that what he means?
The colored fossils?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, I mentioned it. He was, touting everybody and their brother except for me the other night, and that's why I thanked him for getting me. And he goes, oh yeah, and brings on the 4 colored fossils. I think he slipped and said colored, and of course we said, and that's why Zach never watches. But
Yeah, there we are.
Excellent. All right. Well, Eric, we haven't had any Gil Kane shenanigans. I mean, you came close by daring to show something, but
all right, well, we'll see if this does it.
well, I don't know.
Oh,
Man, the problem is you never could see up Spider-Man's nose because the mask.
But you can see up Cravens, Khazars, and Zabus.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Maranya. I guess the machine's on the fritz.
Well, everybody remains calm.
All right. So, by the way, Micah, one of our Fantastic Four readings is up to 765 views.
Was it one I was in?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the one with Doctor Strange.
Wasn't me.
But you were in it.
I don't remember.
So
Oh, nice.
Mighty Marvel Western number 10.
There's that weird mountain lion creature,
Yeah, we haven't gotten sensitive yet, so here's a little My Only Love. For you.
Oh, there we go.
that's great.
She doesn't look like
She's
she
got
looks
bad
like
breath.
well, she looks like she might be more in line with the current girls at DC.
My only love.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. Here's our Army at War.
Wow. Right off the helmet.
It's an early Enemy Ace story. Here's some go-go checks in honor of Rod.
Oh, that's good. I've never seen that cover.
I love the blue. That's great.
Yeah, the colors are great.
Hey. Now we're gonna get sensitive again here.
Oh,
Number
nice.
87.
Man, those are tough.
Mixing war and love together, huh?
That's right. 116.
That's good. Reminds me of Love American Style somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
Man, you got some nice Charlton.
That's a great cover.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, that Patsy and Hetty Captain Strangelove you showed was great. That
yeah,
you
it
went
was.
through.
When I was watching your video yesterday, I kept wanting you to feature those. And if you did,
that's awesome.
there's like 1 minute of the video I missed. There's,
Man.
118.
Wow.
There's 127 with the date stamp. I never really noticed date stamps until I started doing this show. Here is this issue has the first solo unknown soldier story.
Oh, I did not know I had that too. I did not know.
But
Solo before he was.
I guess he was just featured in another story before that.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, romance fans. Here they come again.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Great.
Oh,
Good coloring.
132.
Did you
Oh,
buy a
he's all-
collection? How'd you get all these?
I needed space at the store, and no one was touching ours, so I just said, "Look, I'll buy all the romance and just work it off."
Nice. Well done.
do you think these are all from the same collection, the same girl?
No, I don't think so, because I know some of them were left over from my original collection.
Oh,
So
Okay.
let's see, here's Tales of Suspense number 80. Now I mentioned this guy. I don't know who this artist was, but I always thought he was pretty good.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Tony Tallarico.
There's Teen Confessions 68.
Wow. Man, that's great.
There's a Tomb of Dracula 34.
Huh.
I should have one called The Tomb of Romance.
69.
Cool.
Let's see. Here's Western Gunfighters number 9.
Oh, great cover.
And to quote the narrator on Batman 66, what's this? Cover by the Great One.
Oh, no. Here
That's
you go.
Look up those nostrils.
Up the nose, yeah.
That was William.
Well, that ought to keep him settled for a while.
That's
That's a
nice.
good
I just-
matchup, too.
You just really emphasized the great one. It just
I don't know where you go from there, but I guess we'll just close out on a couple of
Nice.
oh,
Here's
that is nice.
Young Love and
Man,
Oh,
I don't
right.
see any of those DC. I never see those.
Young Romance before DC got it.
Wow.
And that's all I got.
Fantastic.
Great stuff.
Everybody needs to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Graphic Man, he needs one more to be 400 subscribers.
Oh, cool.
He's $3.99 right now. Let's see if we can get to 400 by the.
That's great. I never keep track of that.
I thought it would have been 400 already.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would have thought it'd be 800.
I don't usually ask people, hey, like and subscribe. I should do what Jambo does. Jambo does it right. Jambo shows a pretty girl and says, of course, Celeste Jarnell says, like and subscribe.
Now it's still $3.99. You guys are slacking. Come on, subscribe. I'm gonna keep refreshing.
Yes.
Well, if this were a Chicago election, we could get it up to 798.
I don't know about that.
Maybe I could find some boxes of subscriptions underneath this table over here. Just write them in 3-4 times.
Oh, I had 2 guys that were on my channel that commented they subscribed to Graphic Man.
Oh, well, cool.
Cool.
It was at $3.97. Ours at $3.99. I thought it would have went over 400, but
Well,
Now maybe we can find a bunch of subs between 12 and 6.
He's 400.
hey,
Nice. Yay.
all right.
Red letter day.
that is awesome.
You
Yeah,
would-
sometimes I think it was easier to get subscribers 10 years ago before I got on YouTube, because I see a lot of people, they have all kinds of thousands of subscribers. They'll make a video and 80 people will watch.
Yeah.
Every time I do a video, I lose 2 subscribers. And then after about a week, I get about 2 subscribers back. So I'm constantly never grow.
Yeah, Michael, I think what causes that, because I think that's what happened to Englentine. He made a couple videos that went viral, and then everybody says, "Oh, go ahead and subscribe to this," and then they never watch another video.
Yeah.
Or they never click that notification. YouTube makes you do both or something.
Well, I don't get the opposite. I don't get why you have a lot of views, but not that many subscribers. That's a weird thing to me.
If your stuff gets on somebody's like recommendation, because a lot of it's all algorithms. So, I mean, you like videos, and if you have something that really takes off, I mean, I've seen channels with virtually no subscribers with viral videos, and why did they not get a bunch of subs after that? That's something I can't answer.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think everybody understands how subscribing works. And some people think it costs money to subscribe, so they don't hit the button.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't. It's not like there's a dollar sign next to that
Well,
button. But you're right. I mean, I've heard that from people.
and some people may not be signed into YouTube. They're just going there to look at videos, and they have no way to actually subscribe.
Yeah.
But if you're not signed into YouTube, can you like videos?
No.
Because I know you can't comment on them.
No.
Yeah, you can't like them either.
It'll take you right to a sign up page to go ahead and sign in. So.
Yeah, they like to watch only. I do that a lot. I start going all over the place on YouTube and watching different things, and I don't subscribe to any, but I like it, and then I move on to the next video.
But you notice how the channels that you're subscribed to that you don't really care about, well, you never miss a notification from them.
Right.
And the things they push, you may watch one video about one subject, and then you got 30 recommendations.
If it's something that YouTube itself wants to promote, you're right.
And sometimes I've clicked on the video underneath the one I want to see, and oh no, now I'm
Do you get a million? There's this guy, he's an ex-Marine. He has a channel called Odin's Men. He's this guy with a white beard, and he just sits there with disgust watching TikTok videos and making fun of them. It's really great. Now he's got all these other channels. It's like Otar. What is his name, man? It's some Viking name. But
yeah, I don't know about all that stuff. You got one guy that does nothing but eat. He's eating spaghetti, and he's got millions of subscribers, millions of views, and then somebody that's actually doing real art, drawing really quickly and beautiful art, and then he gives it away. He's got almost nothing.
Wow.
What does that say for people that subscribe to somebody that does nothing but eat? Yeah. I mean, it's just the way this country is going. It's really messed up, man.
Yeah, we're doomed.
That's unbelievable.
This guy, he's just watches with disgust. See, look at his face. He's really funny. And you guys all watch Salty Cracker, of course, I assume. Or do you?
Heard of him?
Uh-oh.
Got to watch him. He's the best source of news on the internet.
And I didn't even make my annual video last year, so he's got a point.
There's another guy out there called Joey Toons. He's good. He's a good commentator on all the things that are going on the internet and in the world today, and now it doesn't make any sense, So you should check him out, Joey Toons.
Toons?
JoeyToonz, I think it is.
Oh, Z. Okay, I never would have thought.
All right.
He is good. Oh, hey, you know what? This is Hey, I got the Norseman here. Blood-sucking vampires. Some movies I just picked up recently.
That's awesome.
Blood-sucking vampire movies.
Yeah, great.
I haven't seen this yet, but the Northman, I heard it's supposed to be pretty good.
It is good.
Bullshit. Karloff and Lugosi films, 4 of them.
Okay.
Innocent Blood. I think this is a second copy. I have one in the Blu-ray. This is the regular.
That's a really good movie. To me,
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I probably saw it a long time ago, but
when I watched it,
huh?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This one, what?
Oh, when I watched it in the theater, I remember thinking that was like reading the Warren Vampirella.
Oh,
and I mean, she doesn't wear that outfit, but it felt like that. And
he goes after the criminal element.
Yeah,
kind of a comedy, actually. And then look at these. You ever see these before? Tales of Voodoo.
Yeah.
They're all these horrible Hong Kong the Taekwondo and martial arts films, I think, and they just got copied the logo from and the covers from Erie Publications.
Yeah, I think it's public domain. So yeah,
This one is another one. I think I have. As a matter of fact, I think I have this magazine right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Voodoo, and then here's the.
Very cool.
They just colored it different.
Little darker, maybe.
Yeah.
This is actually volume 6, I think number 1, 1973. I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, so that's about Torture Garden. There's another.
That's good.
More of these. I think I got the whole set of the what do you call it? Tales of Voodoo. I think there were 5 or 6 of these. They're pretty cheap. And that's what I got here, man. I just thought I'd show you these. They're just sitting here. Hiawatha.
Wow.
That was a great film. And I remember seeing it, my brother taking me and my parents taking me to the movie theater to see this.
Very neat.
I got the poster too. The original poster. Somewhere. Maybe up there. Oh, here, I'll show you these Gratu paintings.
Work of art. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just sent John Goris a painting that it's supposed to be to him on Friday.
Yeah. Did you sign those at least?
I didn't. I signed the first one I sent to him, but I haven't thought to sign them. I just.
Oh, you haven't thought.
So
Well, you think you're that bad or something?
I didn't think to do it. I don't know.
This is great. You know.
You know, I guess I would need to do it with, I guess, white paint. Yeah, I guess.
Or do it with a magic marker, a gold magic marker or something. Right?
Yeah, if I had, yeah, I just don't have that.
And then,
and I was counting on that Ben Franklin 5 and dime in Winterset for my art supplies, and now it's closed. So now I'm gonna have to
that's a
get everything
shame,
from
man.
Amazon.
That is a shame.
The evil Amazon causes everything mom and pop to close, and then you have to, go to the Big Brother to buy your stuff.
That is really sad. I mean, oh shit. Unreal. Well, I don't know, man. Changing face of America, changing culture.
Well, at least it's kind of staying the same here. I've got a phone call. I think I got to run, guys.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, see you, Gratu.
Take care.
I'll see you. Take care.
All right.
I got to get going too.
Well, thank you for spending your birthday with us.
Yeah, happy birthday, Cap.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was always glad to be on.
And we've just passed the 2-hour mark, so we'll go ahead and say goodnight. And
right.
If you liked what you saw tonight, come back next week, and we might show you some more. And if Steve's a good boy, I might show him some nice little Gene Autry.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So until then,
maybe I'll come back and show some nice little bunch of Patsies and Hetties, you know.
All
that
right.
would be great.
That was a good one.
That would be great. Tell your friends. So
yeah, well,
good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Good night, kids.
All right. See you guys, man. I got to leave.
All right. See you.